Hello. Today's video describes sonnet form. There are two major types of sonnets, English and Italian. The 5 sonnets we have in our textbook are all English sonnet form. One is a modified English sonnet form known as a Spenserian sonnet. We'll take a look at that one too. But our two major types, the English, sometimes known as Shakespearean or Elizabethan, and the Italian, sometimes known as Petrarchan, after Petrarch, the father of the Renaissance, are really organized in different fashions. If you take a look at the English sonnet form, you have 3 quatrains and a rhyming couplet. A quatrain is a set of 4 lines that go together, either in style or in meaning, and sometimes both. So in a typical English sonnet, you would have idea number 1, idea number 2, idea number 3, and then a conclusion. You see the A's and the B's and the C's, all the letters there. They stand for which lines at the end rhyme with which other lines at the end. So for the English sonnet form, lines 1 and 3 are both given the letter A, so they rhyme together. Lines 2 and 4 rhyme together, so they're given the letter B. Most of the time, not always, but most of the time in an English sonnet, each quatrain begins with a different set of rhymes. So the second quatrain, CD, CD, next EF, EF, and then you have your rhyming couplet at the end, GG. Now look over at the Italian side. The Italian sonnet is divided mostly into 2 sections, an octave and a sestet. The octave is a set of 8 lines, the sestet is a set of 6 lines. The octave usually has the first and fourth lines rhyming, and then lines 2 and 3 rhyming together. So you have an ABBA, ABBA rhyme scheme. The sestet has no set rhyme scheme. Some writers do it one way, some writers do it another. The 3 that I have down here, CD, 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 or CDE, CDE, or CDDC, EE, or even another ABBA, CC, show the variations in that form. The sonnets in our book, though, are mostly English or Shakespearean. Shakespeare writes a number of them. But look at the middle column. Modified English, sometimes known as an interlocking or Spenserian sonnet. Mr. Spencer wanted to get a little fancier with his English sonnet form, wanted to spend a little more time with it. So before he starts a next quatrain, he wants to start with the rhyme that he just left. So he starts out with the traditional ABAB, but then he wants to pick up that B and go BC, BC. He wants to pick up the C again, CD, CD, and then he has his couplet EE. So those are your basic sonnet forms that we have. In our textbook, we do have 5 sonnets. The sonnets begin with 3 Shakespearean sonnets on page 374. I wanted to introduce those to you as you read and study. Our textbook in the Elizabethan unit is mostly the play Macbeth, but we do have this supplementary section here too, in this secondary section that we usually do. And so we have 3 sonnets by Shakespeare, we have 1 sonnet by Mary Roth, and then we have a Spenserian sonnet by Edmund Spenser, who came up with that sonnet form. Shakespeare sonnets are addressed to someone whom the poet knows very well. Sonnet 12 focuses on the passage of time through images such as day turning to night, dark hair turned white, trees that have lost their leaves, and summer turned to winter. So the poet's advice to the one he's writing to is that having children will provide this person with immortality. Sonnet 60 also explores the passage of time. The image focuses on how the youth matures over time and beauty is lost to old age. The speaker hopes that the sonnet will stand against time as a testament to this person's beauty. In Sonnet 73, the speaker is focused on his impending death, which he communicates through images such as yellow leaves, ruined choirs, twilight of such day, and black night. The poet believes that he may die soon and may never live to see his loved one again. In Sonnet 32, Mary Roth also explores the passage of time The speaker describes the swiftness of time for young lovers, and she asks that love's progress may slow down so that the lovers can enjoy their time together. And finally, in Sonnet 75, Edmund Spenser explores the theme of immortality. In this sonnet, the speaker tells his love that while she may truly die in dust, his sonnet will immortalize her love and make her live forever. So read your 5 sonnets there, keeping the themes in mind, and you will have a pretty good grasp on how these works imitate, or at least are examples of, our major theme for the unit. And the major theme for our unit this time is, how do our attitudes toward the past and future shape our actions? In the essay that we have later on, that we pull examples from our book to justify, that's going to be something around that theme. It's going to be on time, it's going to be on the effects of time, and what time will do to a person or a character, even a story or a poem.